The situation with Kay has gone from bad to worse. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna get through to her.
Listen, don't blame yourself, all right? Sometimes kids Kay's age lash out their parents. Make a show of defying them to assert their independence.
Okay, but Noah never acted like this. And Kay's had as much freedoms as he has.
Come on, every child is different. You know that. And Noah didn't have a cousin and 2 half-brothers land in his life out of the blue.
Still.
Look, I know there's no excuse for the way she's been behaving. All right? But I think Kay's going through a phase. She'll grow out of it.
Well, the sooner the better.
Well, odds are it will be. Remember, Miguel doesn't love Kay. I mean, how long can she hold out hoping that'll change? And when she finally realizes that she doesn't have a future with Miguel, we'll be there to cushion the blow.
Well, I just hope she realizes it before she tears this family apart.
Nothing is going to tear us apart, Grace. Nothing.
Well, I guess we're lucky, actually, you know, because this is the first time one of our children has really been a problem. But we have to stay strong. Okay?
I just don't want you to worry, okay? Nothing's going to come between us. Nothing.
Oh, I feel so safe in your arms, Sam. And I know you mean it. I pity the person that tries to separate us.
Look, is there any particular reason that we have to meet in Harmony's answer to Patagonia?
Yes. I don't want anyone to see us together. It would be a disaster if anyone learned of our plan to break up Sam and Grace.
Okay, that is not our plan. That is your stinking plan, and I want no part of it. Look, Ivy, the Bennetts are a wonderful family. Why don't you just leave them alone?
You know why, David? Now shut up and listen.
Stupid parents don't care about me at all. They care about everyone else. Strangers in the street, criminals in jail, people in sweatshops overseas.
You know why you're going to help me, David.
Oh, to hell with you and your threats, Ivy.
What are David and Ivy Crane doing out here together in the park? Damn it, David, I hired you to break up Sam and Grace. Now just do it.
You know, I'm sick and tired of being threatened by you, Ivy.
It's not a threat, David. Now, if you don't do what I hired you to do, I will tell everyone about your past, and we both know that that's not a pretty picture.
You don't have to remind me about my past.
Won't everyone be surprised when they find out that you're not married to Grace, and that John isn't Grace's son, and that you lied about the whole thing? What?
Those were lies you invented.
So, you're still guilty. And everyone is going to hate you for what you've done. And you're going to lose the 2 people you care about, Grace and your son. So make up your mind, David. Either you do what I want you to do, or do I make sure that Sam and Grace find out the truth about you?
Charity, you're awake. How do you feel?
Okay, I guess.
Well, after a heart transplant, okay is very good news.
I think I'm going to be well very soon.
I think you're right.
You know, I want to see if I can find Miguel.
Oh, no, you're not that okay. Dr. Russell wants you to stay put until she's had the chance to examine you. I'll let her nurse know that you're awake.
Okay, thanks. I can't wait to see Miguel this morning.
Louise, what's happening?
No. Stop. Luis, I am not saying that Sheridan should continue to live with Antonio as his fiancée, or that she should make love to him. All I'm doing is stating the facts as related to his medical condition. It's up to you all to make the decisions that you deem appropriate.
So what, you think it's appropriate for Sheridan to sleep with my brother when she's really engaged to me?
I'm going to say this one more time, Luis. I'm not telling anyone what they should or should not do.
God knows, right? I don't want to do anything that's going to kill Antonio. Hey, look, all this talk is pointless anyway. Because Sheridan would never make love to Antonio again now that she has her memory back. Even if it was to protect him from the truth. Sheridan, look, go ahead and tell him that you wouldn't sleep with Antonio. Sheridan, it's okay. Just tell him that you wouldn't sleep with Antonio. Sheridan, you're not saying anything. But tell them that you wouldn't sleep with Antonio. Sheridan, look. When my brother leaves the hospital, he thinks that he's going home with you to make love to you. Sheridan, you're not saying anything. Just answer me.
I'm sorry, Luis. I'm so sorry.
Sheridan Crane can't be your fiance.
I know. It's crazy thinking about me being engaged to a Crane.
That's not it. You can't be Sheridan's fiance because,
Because what?
Sheridan's dead.
Yeah, Sheridan is dead. That's right. You don't know, little brother.
Don't know what.
I rescued Sheridan, and I nursed her back to health, and we fell in love.
Sheridan's alive.
Sheridan's alive, and Sheridan's wonderful.
Wow. I'm not that Sheridan's alive, but she still can't be your fiance.
Why not?
Because she's already engaged to someone else.
She's what? Sheridan's engaged to someone else?
Yeah, she's,
Who? Who is Sheridan engaged to, Miguel? You gotta tell me.
Luis, please, try to understand.
Oh, I think I do. I asked you to tell them that you're not gonna make love to Antonio, and you tell me that you're sorry?
I am. It breaks my heart to see you hurt so much.
Well, it obviously isn't breaking your heart that much, because if you go home with Antonio, it's the end of us.
No, it's not what I'm saying at all. Look, I love you with all my heart. You're my soulmate. You're the man that I want to marry. But you have to understand. When I was Diana, I fell in love with Antonio.
Sure this is what you want?
Yes, I'm sure this is what I want. No doubts. Make love to me. Never knew I could be this happy.
Yeah, neither did I. It was almost like for so many years I was moving away from something. Never looking back. Never facing my feelings. I'd always put up a wall. But you're the only person that's been able to break through that wall. Ever since I've looked into those incredible blue eyes, I knew my life would never be the same.
I promised him that I would marry him, that I would spend the rest of my life with him.
Yeah, I know. Okay, but you had amnesia and you'd forgotten that you were in love with me.
Exactly.
Well, you know, if you take Antonio home, it's not going to be as Sheridan, it's going to be as Diana, and you're going to be making love to him as Sheridan. Did you ever think of that? Police, are you crazy? What the hell are you doing? You stole the woman I love. You're going to pay!
you.
I have to find Miguel. I have to find out why Luis would kill a man named Antonio.
Miguel, tell me. Tell me who Sheridan's engaged to.
I don't understand why you don't already know. I mean, haven't you talked to Mama or Luis?
Yes, I've talked to Mama and Luis. What have they got to do with it?
They didn't tell you.
They didn't tell me anything. Nobody told me anything about Sheridan being engaged to someone else. Wait a minute, I had a feeling that they weren't telling me something, and now this is it.
And you didn't question them or anything? Or?
Yes, of course I questioned them. They told me they were afraid to tell me that I had to stay overnight in the hospital.
Oh, man.
Miguel, just tell me what you know. Tell me the guy's name, because I'm going to kill him.
Miguel, what's going on?
Hank, am I glad to see you? Look, maybe you can clear something up for us, all right? My brother seems to think that he's engaged to Sheridan
I
Crane.
am engaged to Sheridan Crane. Miguel thinks Sheridan's engaged to somebody else. Hank, do you know anything about this?
Antonio, you're supposed to be in bed, taking your medication, getting some rest. Come on, let me help you.
Miguel, tell me. Now, I know you wouldn't have brought it up if you didn't have any news.
I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, well, you know what? Neither do I. Nobody said anything to me about Sheridan being engaged to anybody else. Now, tell me. I'm not going anywhere until I know what the hell's going on around here.
Look, Antonio, I'm sorry, all right? I was just confused when you told me that Sheridan was still alive.
Miguel, I have a right to know.
All right, I'll tell you. We should probably answer that.
Hello?
Miguel, is that you?
Yeah.
They told me at the nurse's station where you were. Miguel, can you come to my room right away? I need to talk to you.
You sound upset. What's the matter?
I had a terrible premonition. Would you please just come right away?
Well, I'll come as soon as I'm finished with my brother.
Your brother, you mean Luis?
No, it's my oldest brother, Antonio. He's back. We haven't seen each other in a lot of years, and I was just about to tell him something. So as soon as I'm finished...
Miguel, does what you're about to tell him have anything to do with Luis and Sheridan?
Yeah, as a matter of fact.
Miguel, no. Stop, please. Don't tell him anything. Not until you talk to me first.
Why not?
Miguel, please, just come over to my room. It's important.
Okay, I'll come right away. Look, I'm really sorry, Antonio, but that was my girlfriend, Charity, and she needs me to come to her room.
No. Not until you tell me what I need to know.
You know, I think you should ask Sheridan.
I'm asking you, damn it. Now just tell me, Miguel.
I'm sorry, all right? Just ask Sheridan.
All right, fine. I will ask Sheridan right now.
You can't have it both ways, Sheridan. You can't take Antonio home to your bed.
Antonio saved my life. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for him. I owe him my life.
Well, then that's exactly what you're going to be giving him if you take him home with you. Sheridan, you know that he's going to want to sleep with you.
I'll just put him off. I'll just make some excuse.
Yeah, well, that's not going to last forever. Maybe 1 or 2 days.
Look, Antonio doesn't have forever. She's right, Louise. He may only have a few weeks.
My poor Antonio. You sure? Are you sure that Antonio's really dying that soon?
I told you, Louise. It's the considered opinion of every doctor that I've consulted with. Antonio has maybe a month.
This isn't right. Look, you know that I wish that Antonio could live longer. Well, can you last for more than a few nights without giving Antonio what he wants? Grace, we need to talk about David.
Okay.
I know how you feel about him, and he's the father of your son, and I know you want them both in your life.
So is that a problem?
Well, I tried to stand back and deal with it. But I don't want David acting like he's the father to our children. If Kay needs to be disciplined, then it's up to me to do it.
But, you know, he was really just trying to protect me.
I understand. That's my job, too. Look, I know the church doesn't recognize us as being husband and wife. But in my heart, I know that we are. And if you need to be protected, well, I'm going to be the one to do it.
Get it. Hi, sweetie.
Hi, Mom. Thank you so much for letting me use your car.
Oh, you're welcome.
Hi, Sandra. Hope you don't mind. My dad needed his car for an important business meeting.
Look, we've been over this 1,000 times, Ivy. Your plan didn't work, all right? Sam and Grace are very much in love, so why don't you just give it up?
No, never. Now stop arguing with me and just do what I hired you to do.
You know, I should call your bluff. If I told Sam what you've been up to, he would never talk to you again. He might even arrest you for fraud.
Now we both know you're not going to do that, David. Because if I expose your part in the plan, just think what that will do to your precious little Johnny.
We wouldn't want to upset dear little John, would we?
Now that Sam and Grace are sleeping separately, it's the perfect time for you to move in on Grace, and I'll be there to comfort Sam.
I'm telling you, it's not going to work, all right? The only reason they are not sleeping together is because Grace and I haven't yet annulled our so-called marriage. As soon as we do, they'll be right off to the church to get remarried.
Not if you turn Grace against Sam first and make her fall in love with you.
That is impossible.
Nothing is impossible, David. And you know the lengths I'm willing to go to keep him away from her. So, go and do it.
All right. All right. All right. After I'm done, I never want to see your evil face again.
Isn't this interesting? My mom and dad always think the worst of me. Calling me a slut. Telling me I have to give up Miguel for charity.
Well, just wait till they find out I'm not the devil. David and Ivy are.
Charity, what is it?
Miguel, I saw it all right in here.
What'd you see?
I saw your brothers and Sheridan.
What about them?
Okay, I was just brushing my hair and I had another premonition. I saw Luis, and he was attacking some man that I didn't know, and his name was Antonio.
Luis was attacking Antonio.
Yes, and just when Sheridan ran in, Luis hit Antonio, and Antonio fell to the floor. And Sheridan said that Luis had killed Antonio.
Oh, my God.
Miguel, look, I know sometimes my premonitions are way off, but this one seems so real, so just tell me that it's not going to happen.
I can't. I just came from Antonio, and I have this horrible feeling that what you saw could very well come true.
Antonio, you gotta calm down.
No, I'm gonna go find Sheridan and find out what the hell Miguel was talking
But
about.
Dr. Russell wants you to stay put.
No, I'm going, and I don't...
Oh, God, Antonio, are you okay?
Luis, we all need to do whatever we can to make Antonio happy while he's still with us. To do anything else would just, it'd be cruel.
Antonio thinks that he is healthy. He thinks he's going to live a long and healthy life, and the minute he gets out of here, he's going to go home with you and make love to you. What are you going to do then?
I'll stall him. I can put him off with some excuse. But you've got to understand that he's dying because of me.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. He drove that race car to win some money to pay off my debt. Look, if I hadn't lost all that money gambling, Antonio would have never entered that race, and he never would have crashed his car. He would be healthy, we could tell him the truth, but we can't, because it would kill him.
Dr. Russell, isn't there some way that we can be honest with Antonio without killing him? Look, you know, if it were me, I'd want to know the truth. I wouldn't want to be lied to by the woman that I love.
Luis, this is just a horrible situation. And I can't tell any of you what to do. But I do believe if you tell Antonio that Sheridan is your fiancé, the rage he's going to feel is surely going to hasten his death.
You can't do this to him. You just can't. He's your brother, Luis.
I know, Mama. And I don't want to do anything that's going to hurt Antonio in any way. I love Sheridan. I don't want her with another man.
Just think of Sheridan's predicament. He's just loving one brother, feeling responsible for another. And remember, Sheridan is only just now finding out that Antonio isn't the love of her life.
I know. Mama, look, can you just reason with Sheridan? Tell her it's not right. Just tell her that she can't take Antonio home with her.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, son, but I just can't do that. I won't.
And then Antonio tells me that Sheridan's not dead at all. That he rescued her and they fell in love. So he's got no idea that Sheridan's engaged with Luis.
Oh, this is awful.
Yeah, tell me about it. You know, and Antonio believes that he's going to marry Sheridan. Anyway, Hank was there too, and he seemed to know more about what was going on than I did. And he was indicating to me that I shouldn't say anything.
So you didn't say anything, did you?
No, I came right away.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, but how long can we keep something like this a secret? You know, sooner or later, Antonio's gonna find out that his own brother is in love with the same woman he is.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. So basically what you're saying is that Sheridan should prostitute herself so Antonio won't be upset.
Oh, Luis. That's not what I said. I would never suggest a woman prostitute herself for anyone for any reason. But you're asking me to choose between two of my children, and I can't do that. I love you, Luis, and I love Antonio, and I don't want to see either of you hurt.
Well, one of us will definitely be hurt. Mama, Sheridan doesn't love Antonio, okay? Diana does. If you make Sheridan take Antonio back to the cottage, then all three of us are going to be hurt. Come on, Hank, just let me go find...
No, you've got to follow doctor's orders. It's for your own good. Look at you. You're in such pain, you couldn't even walk if I let you try.
Damn it.
I know you're frustrated, but just stay put and wait for Dr. Russell.
I want to find Sheridan. I need to talk to her right now, Hank.
Okay. I'll go find Sheridan and bring her back. You just stay here, promise me.
I promise you I'm not going anywhere. Just bring Sheridan back here, okay?
I will.
Thank you, Hank.
I'll get it.
David?
Sam, I got a note that Joe was over here.
It's inside.
Hi, David.
Hey, Dad.
Oh, you want some tomato soup cake?
Is that what you're having?
Yes. I came to return Mom's keys, and she made me stay for cake.
As if you'd have to be forced to eat her cake.
You know how much I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that, baby.
Hi.
Hello, Sam. I need to see Grace. Oh, I'm so
sorry. I guess I should have called first. No, not at all. Just, what can I do for you, Ivy?
Oh, well, I was just thinking about the fundraiser at school. You know, and I know you sit on the committee, so I thought we could maybe toss some ideas around. I was thinking about a raffle. Do you have some time?
Oh, yeah, you know, a raffle's always a good idea. Why don't we go into the kitchen and we can talk?
Okay, I'm glad you came back. Now, you owe your mother an apology.
I think you're right. Mom, I'm sorry. And, David, I apologize for how I treated you, too.
I was praying you'd realize how wrong you were.
How wrong I was? I don't think so, Mummy dearest. Just wait. You'll find out soon enough. Hi, John.
It's okay.
Mrs. Crane. Actually, I'm glad everybody's here. I have something to share with all of you.
To all of us? What is it? Okay. You said you had something to tell us.
Yes, Dad, I do. When I left here, I went for a walk in Lighthouse Park. It's one of my favorite places to think. And you'll never believe who I saw there.
Who?
David. And Mrs. Crane. And guess who they were talking about? My parents. You and Dad. Yeah, it seems that Mrs. Crane hired David for the express purpose of coming to town to break up your marriage.
What?
That's preposterous.
David was never married to you, Mom. And John is not your son.
What? What are you saying? Of course he's my son.
No, he's not. They obviously faked the results of the DNA test because I overheard them say that John is not your son. He's as much of a fraud as David is.
Dad, is this true?
No, it's not true. Not true at all.
Yes, it is. And Mrs. Crane, it seems your plan to break up my parents is working because my father slept on the couch last night.
Ivy, is Kate telling the truth? No, this is all a pack of lies.
Okay, I cannot stand it any longer. I cannot pretend any longer. Ivy and I are the liars. Everything Kate said is true. Ivy is a vile and loathsome creature. I never would have done this to you, Grace. But she blackmailed me into doing this by threatening to expose my past.
Liar! You liar! You liar!
You!
Dad. Dad. You killed him. I think you killed my father.
My. What a wonderful example you set for fine young people like John and myself. You guys are such hypocrites. You're always lecturing me about my morals, but look at you. You're nothing but low-life trash. I hate you. I never want to see either of you again.
Louise, there has to be some way that we can do this so that we won't all be hurt.
Neil, I know that this is asking a lot of you. I know. But I'm begging you, please, don't hurt Antonio. I've already lost so many years with him.
And whose fault is that? He's the one who ran out on us all those years ago. Never got a postcard, a phone call, nothing.
You're still angry about that.
Yeah, I am still angry. I love Antonio. I don't want to hurt him any more than you or Mama do.
Then, could you please just let me have what little time he has left before he dies? And if not upsetting him is the only way that we can keep him with us a little while longer, then that's what I want us to do.
At least it's not such a hard thing to ask. let Antonio be happy for such a short time.
It's not such a hard thing to ask. Sheridan, you're gonna be my wife.
Mijo, I know this is asking so much of you. But please, you have a lifetime ahead of you with Sheridan. And Antonio only has a few weeks. Don't take what little time he has left.
All right. I won't tell him about me and Sheridan. But I'm not going to lie to him. If he finds out, I'm going to tell him the truth, all right? And whatever happens after that is in God's hands.
Please, Dr. Russell, you have to come to the ER.
Why? What's wrong?
No time to explain, but Antonio is very upset.
Oh, God.
I could kick myself for telling Antonio that Sheridan was engaged to someone else.
Miguel, it's not your fault. You must have been in shock just hearing Sheridan was alive.
I was, and I just blurted it out when he told me he was engaged to her. So stupid. I should have just kept my mouth shut.
Miguel, how could you know?
I guess I couldn't. But how long can we keep something like this a secret? And when Antonio finds out the truth, it's going to be horrible. I know how I'd feel if I found out that one of my brothers was in love with you, much less engaged to you.
Okay, don't beat yourself up over this, Miguel. Look, you didn't know what was going on. You still don't, really. So as long as you didn't tell Antonio that Luis and Sheridan are engaged, I think everything's going to be okay.
I'd like to think so. But I don't see how that's possible. Charity? What is it?
Miguel, it's happening again. Look.
I don't see anything.
You were all two-faced liars. I hope you're happy now.
Okay. Funny you said you had something to tell us. You said you had something very important to tell us. We're all listening.
Miguel, I'm seeing it again.
In the mirror.
Yeah, you don't see it?
No, I don't see anything. Tell me what you see.
Antonio's not dead. But he and Luis are still fighting. Luis is fighting Antonio. They look so angry, Miguel. They look like they should kill each other. It's fading away. I don't know why.
Charity, this is terrible. I mean, obviously, when Antonio finds out Luis is going to be marrying Sheridan, he's going to want to kill him.
Okay, maybe this is nothing. You know, sometimes my premonitions don't mean anything.
No, this one does. I mean, you didn't even know my brother was back in town, or that his name was Antonio. No, this one seems to be right on the money.
I hope not.
So do I. But if Luis and Antonio get in a fight over Sheridan, and Antonio dies, it'll kill my mother. I don't see how Luis and Sheridan could ever be happy if Luis killed Antonio.
Antonio, I want you to calm down.
No, not until I find out what's going on. Now, I know you guys were keeping something from me. Miguel finally told me what it was.
What did Miguel tell you?
He told me that you and I couldn't be engaged because you're engaged to someone else.
Antonio, please, don't upset yourself.
No, I just want to know what it is, Mama. Who are you engaged to?
Watching 9.